Hi, I'm Gina Ventola, Practice Manager for Ventola Law. One of the best parts of my job is meeting with business owners. However, at times, it can be difficult to meet in person. That's why I started this show, to introduce you to local business owners in our community. Join me on Your Virtual Coffee, a new kind of networking. Hey everybody, welcome to Your Virtual Coffee, the web show that allows you to meet fantastic and great business owners in the Denver metro area. Today, my guest is the lovely and amazing Connie Bechtolt, who is a CPA, an MBA, and in my book, an MVP. As owner of Bechtolt Associates, she provides professional accounting, tax services, and business solutions for her clients. So with that being said, Connie, welcome to Your Virtual Coffee.
Thank you, Gina, and thank you for the invitation.
We like to do business with people we like, know, and trust. So if it's all right with you, I'd like to take a minute and just kind of get to know you a little bit on a personal level. Is that okay?
Yes.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Colorado, fourth generation native, so have deep roots here in the state. And I've always thought if I found a place that I would rather live, I'll move to that place, but Colorado is a nice place to live.
Well, enjoying Colorado as you do, fourth generation, what do you like to do for fun?
Probably the typical activities such as camping, backpacking, hiking, skiing in the winter. I love doing all of it. And Gina, I have to say that I've taken your lead in getting out on my road bike at dawn. What that has reminded me of is the beautiful nature of the state. It just takes getting up at dawn to see everything in a brand new light. So thank you for the inspiration.
I appreciate that. That's very kind of you to say. So moving things to more business kind of talk, what is it about financials that really intrigues you, that gets you excited on behalf of your clients?
I think business owners and non-accounting people see accounting as a necessity, in order to comply with tax filings and controls, for example, that you're on top of your assets and cash. Accounting is a necessity, but what I like about it is it tells a story of your business. If you're able to package that data in certain ways and really look at it on a multidimensional way, you can see a story of your business, and you can make decisions based on that story of how you employ $1 worth of capital or $1 worth of assets to its highest use, with the objective of growing that business and growing your own wealth.
How do you work with business owners when it comes to telling that story, as you said, which I think is a great tagline, by the way, telling that story and getting them to solutions versus, putting Band-Aids on?
Yes, and it's, taking that proactive position rather than reactive. I believe the relationship starts out with that necessity, complying with accounting and regulatory tax filing. But, sharing with them, have you looked at it in this way? And, showing that story is available to them so they can use that dollar worth of capital to its best use.
What makes Bechtolt and Associates special or different or unique from other accounting CPA services type firms?
I believe it's the relationship. And you'll always hear that, but I'll never be a CPA firm that you have to repeatedly call, and then I'll just provide the requested information. I like to grow the relationship and guide on an advisory capacity with small business.
Plus, you offer those fractional services that a lot of firms can't really do.
Right.
Because you have some flexibility.
I do have flexibility, and I've worked with large corporations, and I've worked with small startup businesses, so I do have an unusual view of kind of end to end. And I can work in an advisory with a small startup that's incubating to more of a fractional CFO on a larger company that might be approaching anywhere from 2 to 10 million in gross revenue, but is not yet electing to hire a full-time CFO on staff, or that in terms of time it's not really necessary. I really enjoy working in that capacity with those mid-sized businesses as well.
Connie, let's talk about power partners. Now, for our audience, power partners are those business owners who target the same client that you do, but are not your competition. One of the examples I like to use is a hairdresser, perhaps, or a hairstylist. I think they prefer to be called stylists now. A hairstylist and perhaps a personal trainer, because they both target people who want to look good or want to take care of themselves. So with that being said, we first have to kind of get a real understanding of what an ideal client is for this business. So Connie, for Bechtolt and Associates, who is your ideal client?
And as I mentioned a little earlier, I enjoy very small business that may be incubating to a business that's approaching mid-size. Say as an example, 2 to 10 million in gross revenue before hiring a CFO on staff. So really, any small business that fits that definition. But I also, since I do tax preparation, I enjoy working with pass-throughs, businesses that are organized as either an S corp or a partnership, so that we can follow through from the business return to the personal return, and that situates me in a good advisory capacity.
So what I'm hearing is that you target businesses of a certain income level who probably need to have employees, and also some form of assets or capital. And with that being said, I'm thinking of several different industries. I'm thinking of commercial bankers. Would those be a good referral source for you?
Yes, and they have been a good referral source. The banker knows the finances of a small business, and they can make a determination whether that small business is in a position to create financial statements or not. So I've received recommendations to say, this small business may need some assistance in getting their books and records in place and making regulatory filings and such, or they may just need some advice.
I'm also thinking, coming back to the asset side of it, commercial insurance brokers, those insurance agents who deal with, like I have one who comes to mind who does quite a bit in the manufacturing space. So
Hmm.
not only do you have premises liability issues, but you would also have possibly inventory, possibly equipment that may need financing or is financed. Would that commercial insurance person be a good reference for you, a good referral partner?
Yes, most definitely. And it's, those partners that uh, have really a view on a business's finances, that, can look through and make a determination, oh, this business is in solid footing, or this business could use some assistance.
And the same, we kind of talked about employees a little bit. So I'm thinking, business owners who are in that HR or professional employment organization space would also be a good power partner for you.
Yes, and I have the unusual situation of uh, implementing a variety of PEOs to small businesses, when I was either working in a consulting capacity or working as an employee. So I do have a unique view of a wide variety of PEOs. So I really value the ability to work with those HR and PEO firms, and guide small business, because I think they need a lot of help on the employee front. If there's a risk, it probably involves employment.
Right. I agree with that. And plus, I'm assuming there's a lot of overlapping issues
Yes.
between what you do and the services that an HR or PEO firm um, also supplies to the business. You just
Yes.
named a pretty good example of that. What is the best way for business owners to reach out to you?
And they can consult with my website. It's BechtoltCPA.com. Contact information is there, but feel free to reach out by email or by telephone. I'm a little more traditional. I enjoy talking on the phone rather than always text or email, but I welcome that as well.
And we will include slides at the end. One will have a description of that ideal client and the referral partners we discussed. And then the other one will be how business owners can reach out to Bechtolt Associates. So it'll be included towards the end. So you guys look out for that because it'll be on this video.
Thank you, Gina.
Any last thoughts?
I think I'm in a unique capacity to advise small business. I've worked with small business, and I also have the ability to implement the required necessity of accounting and regulatory tax filings. So I like to think that I'm, from soup to nuts. I can help small business in really a variety of capacities.
And helping those business owners find out what's going on and tell the story of what's going on with their accounting, which I think is a wonderful way to put it. Connie, thank you so much for coming on your virtual coffee. I really enjoyed speaking with you and getting to know you and Bechtolt Associates. Thank you to our
Thank you, Gina.
fans. Thank you to our fans. We could not do this without you. Be sure to hit subscribe. I think it's right down there on the bottom to stay on top of your local business news at Your Virtual Coffee. We love meeting business owners. So business owners, give me a call. Let's talk. Your Virtual Coffee is sponsored by Ventola Law. Ventola Law, mediation and legal representation at an expert level. You can find them at ventolalaw.com. Thanks for joining me today. For more information on Your Virtual Coffee, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and wait for it, our website at yourvirtualcoffee.com. Thanks again for watching and have an incredible day.